Welcome to Level Up with CMJ. Hey, my name is Jonas. This is my Craps Master Dice Shooting Journey. Let's make it yours too. Today is episode number 144 of the Level Up program, and it's day number 59 of the Purple Belt. If you're playing along in Crapsee, the code today is C4C2E2. And if you're new to the program here, this is all about learning how to shoot the dice and work on our betting system. So we're trying to make it like a shooter-based betting system. And in the chat, we have Nemo and we have Roger. Good morning to the both of you. Happy Friday. And let's get started right away. We are going to start off with a pass line bet of $25. Actually, $30 we'll start off with. We're going to go with a 10, 5, 10 on the ATS. And we're going to go with a $5 craps check. Now, I'm going to switch things around a little bit today. Not much, but I'll kind of explain it to you guys as we go through with the bets. So let's call this all bets set here. We got 3 people in Crapsee right now starting off. We have 2 people watching on YouTube right now. So 3, 2, 4, 6 is our dice set. And this is going to be, we have 180 some throws documented so far on this dice set. And we'll go dice out. And we're going to start off with midnight. 6, 6, 12, all the dots and all the spots. And that is why we have a craps check in place, and that's why we don't work the come outs. So that craps check will cover that pass line bet. We made a total of $5 on that bet. So we're going to go back up $30 on that pass line. $5 craps check, and our ATS is still intact. And we're going to go with the 3, 2, 4, 6 dice set. And yesterday, if you guys watched yesterday, we had 6 shooters in the hour's time. And we had 3 mediocre throws, and we had 3 double-digit throws. Good morning, Coach Joe. Good morning, Mike. Welcome to Level Up on a Friday morning. And we have all bets set here. 3, 2, 4, 6. And we have a 2, 4, 6, 2 by 4. So 6 will be our first point. And how we're going to change things around now today is I actually read an article yesterday by Heavy Holtham, who is the leader of the Power Axis Craps group, which is the people who designed the Bone Tracker program. Good morning, SJ. And he had an article here about how he does his betting progressions, which are very similar, but not the same as what I do. But one of the things that he did, and I kind of like this because of the dice set that we're using, is he goes with 66 evens. So instead of doing like 66 inside, which would be your 5, your 6, your 8, and your 9, he goes 66 evens. So he'll go 4, 6, 8, and 10 is what he places his bets. So we're going to do this, that concept right now for this first shooter. We're going to go with our 154 evens. So that's going to be 35 on that 4 and 10, and those are going to be buy bets. And we're going to go 42 on the 6 and 8, so that is including the point. And this is going to take me a little bit to get set up because I got to do different entering on Crapsee here all by hand instead of doing the cheat buttons. So we got 35 on the 4 and 10, those are buy bets, 42 on the 6 and 8. And again, we're going to go with that 3, 2, 4, 6 dice set. Good morning, Bam. And we are going to go all bets set, making sure the dice are square before we get into our grip. And they're tight together. Roll them back, get into the modified Yuri grip. Everything's still nice and tight. Index finger and our ring finger is barely touching the dice. Dice are parallel to the table. And we'll throw it down the other end of the table. We got a 6, 4, 10. That'd be Waylon's best friend, way in the end, Daddy Joe. So the reason I'm changing over to this betting on even numbers is because I'm noticing that I'm throwing a lot more 10s and sometimes 4s with this dice set, along with the 5s and 8s. 9s are kind of heavy, but I'm going to run the risk of the 9s not hitting as much here. Good morning, Dustin One. So we're going to go 44 pressure. So that's going to be increasing 2 units on each of the 4 bets that we have out there. So on the 4, 6, 8, and 10. And that's going to make it look like $45 on the 4 and 10. It's going to make it look like $54 on that 6 and 8. So we got 3, 2, 4, 6. And we're going to take 1 hit at this bet level, and then we're going to come down to the 110 even level. And I'll explain it to you again as we get going here. So 3, 2, 4, 6, all bets set and dice out. My fingers are not centered on the dice, so we'll regrip them. And I can feel that with my middle finger was not on center on the dice. Okay, and we got a 5, 3, 8, 3, 5, 8. That'd be 8 came easy. So this time we were able to flip it. Now what's going to happen is we're going to come down to that 110 even numbers. And I believe we're going to have to take one more hit. Let me see what Crapsee showed me for my money brought back here. So we're going to come all bets down. We're going to go 110 on the even numbers. That's 25 on the 4 and 10. And those are going to be buy bets. I got to make them buy bets instead of place bets. We're going to go $30 on that 6 and 8. And that is including the point. Now the 6 we don't have to go up on because we have that covered on the pass line. So we have $131 brought back to the rack, and we have $135 on the table. So that means that we are in a position now to start pressing up with our bets right away instead of taking another hit. Now when I press my bets up, in the past, I was doing sister presses for the first 1 or 2 levels. Good morning, Rick. And today we're going to just go with single presses on the numbers that are hit. So let's see how this is going to go. And I have a different way to do betting also, according to how Heavy does it. And if we get to that point, maybe we'll go that route also. But we're going to go with single presses right now, starting right now. So we've got all bets set and dice out. Here we go. And we have a 2, 4, 6. So that worked out nice. So 2, 4, 6, 2 by 4. Now what Heavy does is his first hit here, he would go with a double press per se. But that was our point, by the way. So that was, we're not going to do that with this one here. But he would do like a double press on that, a double pressure on that number, first number hit. And it was a 4 and 10 that was hit, he would bring it up to the next level up. So I'll kind of show you guys how that goes. But that was our point. So we're going to stick with our... We're going to actually drop our pass line bet down to $25 now. Remember, we're on a $25 table here because we are practicing for our trip to Chicago in August. We have $161 brought back. We have $130 on the table right now. All of our box numbers are turned off until we get a point established. 3, 2, 4, 6 is the dice set. We'll go all bet set. And here we go. That left die stuck, but we have a 2, 3, 5. That'd be a Michael Jordan. So our new point will be 5. So that 5 is covered on the pass line. We're going to pick up that 6 now, and then we're going to start at $30 with that 6. Because remember, we're covering the 4, 6, 8, and 10 here. So now that we've picked up the 6, we have 161 brought back to the rack, 160 on the table. And keep in mind that we have the ATS, so that's why we have a little bit extra money on the table above and beyond that 110 inside, or 110 evens, I should say. So 3, 2, 4, 6, and dice out. Nice try there, Dusty One. And dice out. And we got a 4, 5 Big Mac. Hard 9. So that'd be after Jeff from Mid-Atlantic Craps. Again, we have nothing on that 9. So it's just going to be kind of a give me. And once we get some of our bets up, pressed up a little bit, maybe we can pick up some of those other numbers, the 5 and 9. But at this point, we're not going to go on it. That did help us with that ATS bet. So we need the 11 for the tall and the 2, 3, and 4 for the small. So we're early in this roll and we have a possibility of actually hitting the tall right away. So 3, 2, 4, 6, dice out. Dice landed, they split right apart, but we have a 2, 2 hard 4. And that would be the ballerina. So what that's going to allow us to do now is we're going to be able to press that 4 up to $50. So we're going to bring 25 or actually 24 back to the rack, but we're going to make it look like $50 on that 4. So 210 brought back, 185 on the table. 3, 2, 4, 6. Still looking for that 11 for the tall. We're looking for the 2 and the 3 for the small. 5 people on Crapsee right now. We have 8 people watching on YouTube. And dice out. Whoa, I kind of shanked that one over towards the corner of the table, and we got lucky, so we have a 3, 5, 8. So that'd be 8 came easy once again. So that was a terrible throw, but we got lucky on our throw. So we're going to press that 8 up to $42, so we're going to drop $12 onto it. And I changed my presses around a little bit because before today, I would have pressed both the 6 and 8 up to 42. But we're only going to be single pressing the number that's hit today. Good morning, Cajun. And the reason I'm doing this is because one of the things I didn't like is I didn't like to see the rate that the money came back to the rack at such a low level. I wanted to get a little bit more money back into the rack a little bit faster. So that's why we're going to do single presses throughout today. And we're going to be aggressive, but not super aggressive, if you will. So all bets set here. 3, 2, 4, 6. And we got a primary hit. That's 7 out. 3, 4, 7. That's a primary hit. So both dice stayed on axis and they had the same revolutions down the table. And that is a 7 ouch. So we at least made a little bit of money on that shooter. We made $48. So I won't complain about that, especially since it is the first shooter of the day. 3, 2, 4, 6 is the dice set. We're going to go back up to $30 on the pass line. We are going to go with $5 on the craps check. We're going to go 10, 5, 10 on that ATS. And we're going to call that all bets set here and dice out. Good morning, Marble Fork. You made it on time today. Normally you're a little bit late. So welcome to a level up on Friday. And we have magic aces this time. Again, the craps check comes into play here. So magic aces, 1, 1, 2. So we're going to go back up on that pass line for $30. We made a total of $5 off of that roll. 3, 2, 4, 6 is the dice set. And all bets set. Still looking for a point. This is shooter number 2. First shooter was a double digit, just barely, but we made it to double digits. And we definitely made a profit off of that first shooter. And we have an ace deuce Alfredo sauce. Again, that craps check comes into play. 2 on 3. So it is obvious that the craps numbers are coming into effect early on in the session today. Yesterday we were really high on the craps and field numbers as well. Again, we're going to back up $30 on that pass line. We have brought another $5 back to the rack on that bet. So we'll go all bet set and dice out. Still looking for a point. And neither one of the dice hit the back wall. They stopped and they stuck right in. But we have a 4-4 hard 8 square pair. So 8 will be our new point. And again, we're going to go 154 even here. So it's going to be 154 on the even numbers. So it's going to be 35 on that 4 and 10. Those are buy bets. And we're going to go 42 on the 6 and 8. Those are place bets. A lot of clicking to do with that to get to that level. So 3, 2, 4, 4, 6. So what's on everybody's agenda this weekend? I know I am going to be trying to do some painting in my bathroom that's in my upstairs. Some of the paint is starting to bubble off, so it's time to redo it and work on that before it gets bad. 3, 2, 4, 6 dice out. And we have a 314 Big Joe from Craps Master Journey. So that's going to allow us to do a 44 pressure here, 314. So we're going to increase 2 units on the 4, 6, 8, and 10. And if I get time this weekend, if it's available, I might take another run to the casino. I'm trying to work on my bankroll here so I have enough money for going down to Chicago in August. I want to make sure I'm going to be down there for at least 3 to 4 days. So I want to make sure that my bankroll is big enough that I'll be able to at least play some each of the days. 3, 2, 4, 6, and I'll bet set. Days out. And we have, unfortunately, we have a 617. Ouch. So that one hurt us a little bit. That one's going to be a little bit of a ding on our bankroll. But we will hopefully make that up on the next shooter here. So that was a little bit short of a roll. That was a 5 roller. Again, yesterday we had 3 short rolls. We had 3 double-digit rolls. And hopefully we don't repeat that pattern. Hopefully we stay double-digit or more on the rest of these shooters today. So 11 people in Crapsee. And we're going to go $30 pass line bet here. We're going to go $5 crap check, 10, 5, 10 on that ATS. And the first shooter, we almost got the tall. And we're 2 numbers away from hitting the all on that one. So let's call that all bet set here. Dice out. So give me roll number 16 for the day. And this is shooter number 3. Dice out. And we have a come out 7, 4, 3, 7. So we're going to go back up on the craps check. We're going to go back up on the ATS. That pass line bet covered both of those. So we broke even on that shooter, or on that come out. 3, 2, 4, 6. And I'll bet set. So Dustin got his win go. Awesome. Off to the casino. Good luck. Dice out. And we have a 3, 2, 5. That'd be the Michael Jordan. 2, 3, 5. So 5 will be our new point. Again, we're going to go with that 154 even. So that's going to be 35 on the 4 and 10, 42 on the 6 and 8. Three, 2, 4, 6 is the dice set. And all bets set. Okay, here we go. Let's make a good run at it this time. Again, we're going to work on the grip here, making sure everything's square and tight. Dice are parallel to the table. My foot is slightly back, my right foot. Find my landing zone. Toss the dice down towards the landing zone, and we have that 6-5 Minmo Yo. That's what we needed on that first shooter to get that tall. That does nothing for our bets right now other than the ATS. Good morning, Arnell. 3, 2, 4, 6. Good luck this weekend when you guys meet up down in, I would imagine, Joliet, Illinois. And I'll bet set. 3, 2, 4, 6. And we have a double Degen, 3, 3 hard 6. So that's going to allow us to do 44 pressure on the even numbers here. So we're going to make the 4 and 10 look like $45. We're going to make the 6 and 8 look like 54. And we'll take one hit at this level before coming back down to that 110 inside bet level. 3, 2, 4, 6. And we get dice out. Kind of veered off into the mixing bowl just slightly, but we have a 2-1-3 ace deuce Alfredo sauce. Again, it'll help with that ATS. So we need a 2 and 4 for the small. We need the 8, 9, 10, and 12 for the tall. So we need a lot of tall numbers this time. First shooter, we hit mostly tall numbers and only a few smalls. So kind of reversing the numbers around just a little bit here. And I'll bet set. Dice out. And unfortunately, we did not get that second hit. We have another primary hit on the 7, and that is a 7. Ouch. So dominant 7s right now are that primary hit. So that means that our dice are staying on axis. And since we're using the same dice set throughout, we're going to stick with this. Unfortunately, if I was in the casino, this is the time where I would probably start switching my dice sets around. Something that would not hurt me if I stay on a primary number. For example, maybe a hard way set might be something that you might want to use, because the only ones that hurt you in that hard way set are the double pitches. So, but we're going to stick with the 3, 2, 4, 6 because that is the dice set that we are practicing right now. And again, like I said, we'll have well over 300 throws by the time we get done with today's session. So we're going to go $30 on that pass line bet, $5 craps check, 10, 5, 10 on that ATS. And we need to make a little bit of money back this time now. That was 2 shooters that we actually lost money on because we were not able to pick up that second hit on our betting. Good morning, nuts and bolts. A little bit slow getting out of the train station today. That's awesome. 3, 2, 4, 6. Dice out. Here we go. Veered off towards the center this time. And we have a come out 9, a 5-4 Big Mac. And that would be the hard 9. So again, we're going to go with that 154 even here. So that's 35 on the 5 and 9, 42 on that 6 and 8. And we're going to call that all bets set and dice out. Five, 4, 9 has been a consistent number with this dice set. I will admit to that. Dice landed, they split right apart, and we have a 5, 3, 8. 8 came easy. So that'll be hit number 1 for the shooter, and we'll be able to do a 44 pressure on the even numbers. So it's going to be adding 2 units to each of them. And that'll make it look like 45 on the 4 and 10 and 54 on the 6 and 8. 3, 2, 4, 6. And all bets set. Dice out. They split apart a little bit when they left my fingers, but we got lucky with this, and we had a nice landing. We have a 3-1-4 Big Joe from Craps Master Journey. So this time we did get our 2 hits in. So we're going to be able to come down on our bets. We're going to go to 110 even. So 110 on those even numbers. So this one worked out nice. So it's going to be 25 on the 5 and our 4 and 10. It's going to be $30 on that 6 and 8. So the only number that's not covered right now is the 5 because we have the 9 has a pass line bet. So we have 132 brought back, 165 on the table. So that means we're going to have to take 1 hit before we can start pressing our bets up. So 3, 2, 4, 6. Actually, what we're going to do something different. We're going to do, like I said in the beginning of the video, I read an article by Heavy Holtum, who is the person in charge of the Power Access Craps group. And one thing that he does with his bets, according to his article, is his first 6 or 8, he'll do that massive pressure. So let's see if we can do that. If he does the 4 and 10, he'll just press once, and then he starts collecting until he gets all of his money back. So let's try that once. Just kind of play around with this a little bit. So he calls that his power number, this first 6 or 8 that he hits. So we'll see if we can get a 6 or 8. We got a 6, so that's perfect. We have a 1-5 mixer. So let's do this. Let's make 6 our power number for this shooter. And what we're going to do is we're going to press that 6 right up to $66. So we're going to drop in $1 and we're going to make it look like 66. So now we have 25 on a 4 and 10. We have 30 on that 8. We have 66 on that 6. So let's see if this works this way. 3, 2, 4, 6 is our dice set. And we got all bets set. Dice out. And we have an ace deuce Alfredo sauce. 1, 2, 3. Again, does nothing for our box number hits. That will help us with that ATS though. So right now we need the 2 and 5 for the small. We need the 10, 11, and 12 for the tall. Good morning, Jeff. So Jeff, I was listening to your rollout yesterday. By the way, everybody, Jeff is back to doing his midday shows, like 3 times a week, I think is what he does it. And he has his number, which is the 549. But Jeff, you're announcing that wrong. You have to call that the Big Mac Hard 9. So 3, 2, 4, 6 is our dice set. All bets set. And dice up. Regrip it. Thumb was not properly located on the dice, on the edge of the dice. And here we go. And we got a 1, 4, 5 horse and buggy. And that does nothing for our bets because we are not on that 5 right now. We are on all the even numbers, but that does help with the ATS. All we need for the small is that 2. So let's hopefully we can hit that. That would be a nice little profitable hit here. 3, 2, 4, 6. Big Mac Hard 9. There you go. And all bets set. Let's see if we can hit that Big Mac right now because point is 9. And speaking of it, guys, we have the 5-4 Big Mac Hard 9. That would be Jeff from Mid-Atlantic Craps. So we hit our point. And why did that not go in? Because I put in the wrong number. Oh my God. How did I put in the wrong number on? It didn't enter at all. That's why. There we go. Okay. So we got that point. Awesome. So that actually belongs to Frank from New Jersey. But anyhow, we got point hit there, guys. We're going to do a new come out here. We're going to drop our pass line bet now down to $25. And the reason we were on $30 is because that paid for that ATS and the crap check should we have gotten a 7 out there. But we're going to go down to $25 now. And we're going to go with that $5 crap check. We have 197 brought back to the rack. We have 201 on a table. Granted that our box numbers right now are turned off right now. They're following the puck here. So all bets set and dice out. I did not script that, Jeff. This table does have ears though. When people show up in the chat and they say hi, I usually roll their dice set. No remote control in these dice. And we have a 6-2 Duracell 8. Support live craps. So it's a 6-2 Duracell 8. So our new point is 8. And we're going to leave that $30 up on the 8 right now. Actually, let's take that $30 down because we have the pass line covered. And we've been hitting that 9 a lot. So let's put $25 on that 9. So 192 brought back, 191 on the table. So we are now in the profit on the table as of right now. We'll see if that continues as we go forward according to how we do our presses. 3, 2, 4, 6. And we got dice out. Hit that mixing bowl just slightly. We got another 6-2 Duracell 8. So we sniped that point right away. That was a buckshot. So that is nice. And that is our second point that we've hit for the shooter. And we're on a roll here. So again, we're going to stick with that $25 pass line bet. We're going to stick with a $5 crap shack. 217 brought back to the rack. 196 on the table. 3, 2, 4, 6. And we've got dice out. And we have a come out 7. That'd be the 5-2 Bruce. Do not become shark bait. So unfortunately, that resets that ATS bet for us, but that does pay out on the pass line. So that's going to be, our pass line is going to cover that ATS that we just lost. So that was a wash there, a break even. So 10, 5, 10 on the ATS, $5 crap check. We're going to go 30 on the pass line now so we can cover that once again. 212 brought back to the rack, 201 on the table. All of our box numbers are turned off. And we have 13 people watching on YouTube right now. So kind of a slow Friday morning. Normally we're in our 20s or possibly approaching 30s sometimes at this time on Friday. 3, 2, 4, 6. Dice out. And we have another 5-2 Bruce. So we're definitely hitting pockets here, guys. That is another come out 7. Again, do not work your bets on my come outs, guys, because I have 7s and craps numbers quite often on those come outs. Again, we're going to go back up on that $30 pass line bet. 10, 5, 10 on that ATS and $5 craps check. So break even on those rolls. And we got all bets set. So Dustin 1 is profiting on my come outs because that's where the majority of our 7s are coming, is on these come out rolls. Dice out. And we have an ace deuce Alfredo sauce this time. So it's a 1, 2, 3. So again, craps number, guys. Craps and 7s on those come outs. You got to be careful with that one when I'm shooting. And there's a lot of us that do similar type patterns here. So we're going to go back up $30 on that pass line bet. 217 brought back, 201 on the table. So we are in the profit for the shooter, and dice out. And we finally got a point established. We have a 2-2 hard 4 ballerina. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the $25 down that we have on the 4, and we're going to move that over to the 8. So we'll put $30 on that 8. And we're going to take that $25 9 down. So we have 212 brought back to the rack, 176 on the table. And we're going to start our pressing routine right here now. So 3, 2, 4, 6 is the dice set. And we got all bets set. Dice out. And we got a 3-1-4 Big Joe from Crapsmaster's Journey. So we buckshotted the point right away. That worked out nice. So that's our 3rd point that we hit on the shooter. So we're going to hopefully get a 4th point here, working on that fire bet. We're going to drop down to $25 on that pass line again. $5 craps check. 242 brought back, 176 on the table. All of our box numbers are turned off. 3, 2, 4, 6 is the dice set. 5 people playing in Crapsee. We have 13 people watching on YouTube. And dice up. Looking for a new point. And we have a 6-2 Duracell 8. Support live craps. So 8 will be our new point, and that is a repeat point. We've had that one before on this shooter. And today the 8s and the 4s are the hot numbers so far. 3, 2, 4, 6 is the dice set. And our bets are going to be, we're going to take that 8 down, $30 on the 8. We're going to put it 25 on the 4. And we're going to call that all bets set there. We're not getting to the point where we're pressing these numbers up. We just keep on hitting the points. So we're not really getting a lot of pressing in, but we are bringing money back to the rack, which is fine because we had those 2 shooters in a row where we actually lost money, where we weren't able to get that second hit. And we got a 4-5 hard 9 Big Mac. So once again, but this is the opposite. We're normally doing the 5-4. This time it was a 4-5. Again, we don't have any money on that 9 right now. So we're just going to continue on. That does help us with that ATS again, because we did go back up on the ATS. We got 3, 2, 4, 6, and I'll bet set. And unfortunately, guys, we had a wild roll on that one. 6-1-7, ouch. So we got 15 minutes left of the program here that we can do for shooting yet. So let's go for another shooter here. That shooter, we actually brought a little bit of money back. So we're still not back to even for today, but we brought $71 back to the rack on that one there. So we got paid a sharpshooter on that last roller. And that was a 14 roller. So we have 2 mediocre rolls. We have 2 double-digit rolls. Let's make this a good final roll here. 3, 2, 4, 6. And we're going to go back with that $30 pass line bet. We're going to go back with the $5 crap check. We're going to go 10, 5, 10 on that ATS. So should that 7 roll, everything balances out at 0 there. All bet set. Dice out. And we have a 6, 4, 10. That's Waylon's best friend, Wandy, and Daddy Joe. So 10 is our new point. We've rolled that a couple times today. That's the second time, not too often. Last week when I went to the casino, no, 2 weeks ago that was, I threw the hard 10, 4 out of 6 rolls. It was a pretty amazing time. And unfortunately, I didn't have any bets on that 10, so I didn't make any money off it, but people were starting to dump $25 on their hardways once I hit it the second time. So we're going to go 154 evens here. That's 35 on a 4 and 10. We're going to go 42 on that 6 and 8. And we're going to call that all bets set here and dice out. And this is shooter number 5 for the day. And we have a 3-2-5. Michael Jordan. 2-3. It's also the no field 5. Again, that does nothing for our bets. That does help with the ATS though. And we'll call that all bets set. Dice out. Guys, if you're liking these videos that I'm doing, make sure that you give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, please consider doing so. Kind of hit the mixing bowl just slightly on that, but we have the 1, 3, 4 Big Joe from Craps Master Journey. So that is going to allow us to do that 44 inside, or 44 even pressure. So we're going to go 2 units up on the 4, 6, 8, and 10. It's going to make it look like 45 on the 4 and 10, 54 on that 6 and 8. 3, 2, 4, 6. And all bet set. And that was a nice roll. We have another 3-1-4 Big Joe. Whoops, that roll, guys, that was a, get off that number. It was a 3-1, not a 1-1. So 3-1. So please take my word for that. 3-1-4. So that's going to allow us to come down on our bets again now. So we're going to come down to that 110 even level. That's going to be 25 on that 4. We're going to go 30 on the 6 and 8. And our 10 is covered on the pass line. So we got 151 brought back to the rack. We have 140 on the table. So that's going to allow us to start pressing up right away. 3, 2, 4, 6. And I'll bet set. Kind of pulled that a little bit, but we ended up with a 4-4 hard 8 square pair. And that's going to allow us to bring our bets on the 8 up to $42. So bring a little bit back to the rack, and we'll put a little bit on the table. Putting $12 extra on the table. So if 8's going to look like 42, 30 on the 8 on the 6, 25 on that 4, and we have a pass line covering the 10. 3, 2, 4, 6. And all bet set. Good morning, Michael. That would be one way that you could recover. He's saying that he places the point as well as having a pass line bet. And we have a 3, 2-1 ace deuce Alfredo sauce. 2-1-3. So we need that 2 and 6 for the small. We need the 9, 11, and 12 for the tall. That 3 only helps us with the ATS right now. Good morning, WG. You are new. Welcome to the Level Up program. I have not seen you on the live yet so far that I remember. So welcome. And we have a 5, 3, 8. 8 came easy. So what we're going to do with the 8 now is we have $42 on her, so we're going to make it look like 66 on her. So that's going to be a press and collect at the same time as well. So we're going to make it look like 66. $235 brought back to the rack. We have 176 on the table. We're looking for that 2 and that 6 for the small right now. We got dice out. And another 314. That is definitely a hot number today. Hot, 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 hot. 314. Big Joe from Craps Master Journey. So we're going to press that 4 up to $50. We're going to take 24, put it back on our rack. We'll put 25 on the table. So it's going to look like 50. 284 brought back. 201 on the table now. 3, 2, 4, 6. This is going to be roll number 9 for the shooter. And dice out. And that left one kind of took off, but we have that ace deuce again, Alfredo sauce. Another craps number. And that does nothing for our bets. So we're going to stay with the same bets. And we'll go all bet set. No, it's been a while since we've... no, it hasn't. I was going to say it's been a while since we've hit that 8. If we don't hit that right away, I might consider bringing that bet down to bring some money back. But we'll stay with that right now. And we have midnight, all the dots and all the spots. So that's going to help with that ATS. And that will hopefully bring us closer with that tall. I know that the aces and the 6s don't really pay for us much, but it's nice to hit them so that way it gives us that opportunity to get closer to that ATS bet. So bookends are obviously the hardest to hit, so we need the 9 and the 11 for the tall. We need the 2 and the 6 for the small. All bet set and dice out. And we have a 6, the 1-5 mixer. So that's going to help us with that. And we're going to make that 6 look like $42. So we have 319 brought back to the rack. And we have got 213 on the table. So we are $100 profit on this shooter so far. So that's a good thing. That helps us get a little bit of money back that we lost on shooter number 2 and 3. And I'll bet cent. Dice out. And guys, this is going to be the end here. 617, ouch. So that's all right. That was a decent shooter there. Let's get that entered in on Crapsee here. Let's go through our statistics. We brought back $106 on that shooter. So we lost probably about $50 or $60 today, maybe somewhere around that area. But here are our statistics for the day. We had 5 shooters. We had 3 double digits, 2 average rolls. All the double-digit rolls did give us some payout, some profit. Our box numbers and inside numbers are just a little bit under expected. 4s and 10s are high today. Come out 7s were high today. Horns and fields are high today. Hardways were about expected. And we were slightly on a dark side play, which does kind of surprise me a little bit. We had an SOR today of 9.4, an SRR of 5.9, so that was decent, with 3 come out 7s. So I'm just going to check over the chats here just really quick here before we end up the program here. Looking at the throw-in pattern, I would press the 4 and 8 with the hard weights. Okay. But that's not every single day. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Jeff says 3 double digits and 5 rolls is really good, Joe. Thank you. I always shoot for 2 double digits and 5 rolls. So good shoot, my friend. Thank you very much for the compliment, Jeff. That's the one. Thank you for the compliment as well. But guys, hey, have a safe and fun weekend coming up here. If time permits, I may go live tomorrow morning at my normal time, maybe a little bit early, but we'll see how it goes. But hey, thanks for following along with the Level Up program, and I will hopefully see you guys back on another day. My name is Joe, and this is my Crapsmaster Dice Shooting Journey. Let's make it yours too. Have a great one.